Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rosa. Welcome. Today is gonna be the first video out of this light olive foundation series. The first foundation that I'm gonna be testing out for you guys, it's the EXA High Fidelity Foundation. I got the shade Emily 450 and Hannah 490. But basically some highlights of this foundation is that number one, it's vegan, it's got clean ingredients, it's cruelty-free, and that it has sustainable packaging. The shade 450 Emily is described as a light with olive or golden undertones, versus the shade Hannah 490, it is described with fair with subtle olive undertones. I kind of want to do the same thing I did with the first series, which was testing out the foundation with a sponge versus a brush, just because I myself get curious to know which application works the best for my skin. Now, before I get started, I do want to get closer and show you the condition of my skin and kind of give you a reference. Alright, so I hope that it's focusing pretty good and that it's not blurry. I have acne scars from acne that I've dealt with in the past, and so far the only pimple I have is right here, and some redness, a little bit of redness going on. My skin is on the normal side, but with the skincare that I have, it's feeling pretty plump. Also, I will not be using any sort of primer while testing out these foundations. I kind of want to test the product by itself. These are the pins that I got from NYX collection with a Casa de Papel. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Who else watched that series? It was one of my favorite series for sure. So it comes in a glass bottle and it does have a pump. So this one is the shade Emily 450. Ooh, this is supposedly light. And let's test out Hannah, compare it right next to each other. Oh, interesting. Fair, light. That does not look fair to me. I'm gonna be using the brush, and this side again is Hannah 490. If this is the definition of fair, I'm not so sure about that. So right off the bat, this is not even medium coverage in my opinion. Let's see if I can build it up a little bit more. Okay, I think it built up a little bit more. Now let's test out light. This is more like light medium maybe. And I'm gonna be using the sponge. I'm all for a dewy look, but this is giving me like chicken fried greasy. Hopefully it settles, otherwise I will definitely powder this. One tip that I really want to recommend you guys is that when you put on a foundation, use a mirror and look up. Why? Because you will see the contrast of the color of your face versus like the rest of your body. At least it works out for me. So looking on this side, which is the shade Hannah, I can tell you that it is darker. Almost like a foundation that has oxidized on you, but the undertone is not bad. I've definitely seen worse, but not something that I would enjoy putting on. Now on the other side, I can tell that this side also oxidized, but I can work with it. I can work with this side a lot better than the other side. So what I want to do next is take a picture of what it looks like in front of my ring light versus natural light, and maybe I'll see a difference. And then I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and come back with some more thoughts. Alright, I'm back and I have finished putting the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna share with you the rest of the makeup items, and these will be posted also in the description box for reference. But I do want to say that I am going to be using these products consistently through the rest of the series so that I can stay consistent with the colors. So the first thing I did was use the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This one is in 120 Light Vanilla. Then I used the Essence Make Me Brow Gel, and this one is in 04 Ashy Brows. I took about 10 minutes to write some notes, and I noticed that the foundation just wasn't setting and it didn't like dry down or anything. It does say that is semi-matte, but to me it just felt too greasy, so I did have to set it down with the Believe Beauty Matte Blur Loose Powder, and this one is in translucent. It didn't really give me a matte finish, it kind of just blended in really nicely together, and I'm able to touch my skin and not feel like super sticky or like that it's transferring, so that pair turned out really well. Then I decided to use the Jane Iredale. This is the Pure Pressed Base Mineral Foundation, but this one here is in the shade Fawn. For mascara, I just used the Dime Beauty Volume Mascara. I really like this one because it sets down the mascara really well. And then lastly, for lip, I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this one is in the shade Abu Dhabi. I hope I'm saying it right. I think earlier on I might have given you guys the wrong shades when I was describing them, so if I did that, I will correct myself in the video. With the shade system for this foundation, 490 is the lighter shade versus 450. So this is 490, which is a better match versus this one. I will be inserting all the pictures that I took before I apply the rest of my makeup versus after applying the rest of my makeup, and what it looks like in front of the ring light versus in front of my window using natural light. And so far I can say that, like, just looking at it real quick, you cannot tell the difference. So I don't need two foundations, so I know that I will be personally keeping Hannah 490 just because it is the lighter shade. I do have to say it is lightweight, buildable. I don't think that it will get to a full coverage, but I'm okay with light to medium coverage anyway. And definitely I would suggest that you set it down with some powder. So now I will be inserting the swatches. I'm going to be comparing the shades of this foundation versus other foundations in my collection, which a lot of them come from the first season, so stick around for that. So the first one is going to be the EXA foundation. This one is an Emily 450. The second one is Hannah 490. The third one is the Tarte Foundcealer, and this one is in 24G Light Golden. Next is the Urban Decay Stay Naked. This one is in 30CG. Next is the Smashbox Studio Skin in the shade 1.05 Fair Olive. And lastly is the Smashbox Studio Skin in 2.22 Light Medium Olive. Alright, that is all I have for you guys in this video. I hope that you have found this helpful. And if you have any more questions, please let me know in the comments below. Any other details might be in the description box, so don't forget to read that as well. If you want to stick around for the next video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video, so you don't miss out on the next foundation that I'm going to be testing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!